What in the name of Magic Johnson happened last night in Milwaukee?
Well, one, Anthony Davis looked like the best player on the planet.
He did.
I mean, Austin Reaves, looked like Austin Larry Bird Reaves once again, like he did in Boston.
Yeah.
And then D'Lo looks like an all-star again. Why is this a coincidence that these guys play like this without LeBron? I just think they play freer, though. They don't play with any pressure. And you look at it and you say, hey, all right, you add LeBron to this mix after what we saw last night, that this team is a contender.
Yep.
Maybe so, maybe not. But the reality of it is they're not going to play like this when LeBron is out there. The ball distribution doesn't move like this. So that makes you wonder, and that's what I said last week. I think they're a better team if LeBron pulls back a little.
Okay, but you're not saying they're a better team without LeBron.
No, I'm not saying they're a better team without LeBron. Not at all. They can't win a championship without LeBron.
No.
But they can win games like this on any given day. But it just goes to show you what type of talent is on the Lakers, because they don't need another superstar. They don't need another player. They have all the ingredients is here. I just think it's all on LeBron. When you look at this team, they beat Boston and Boston, Milwaukee and Milwaukee. Do we not consider these two teams contenders? Mm-hmm. Two of the top 5 teams in the league?
Yep.
When you see Giannis get 29, 21, and 11 and not be the best player on the court, what does that say?
Yep.
It says AD needs to be the man for the Lakers to go far. And I think a lot of that has to do with LeBron pulling back and allowing these guys to free up. And maybe the Lakers can become a contender. But I'm optimistic now after I see a game like that.
More optimistic than you have been.
Yeah, I'm more optimistic than I have been when I see games like this,
Okay, does LeBron sit over there on the bench last night and compute this? And he's got the highest IQ in basketball. Is he watching this? Do you think it's hitting home to him? Maybe there's a better way to do this. Maybe I do need to pull back and, I don't know, orchestrate a little bit more, distribute a little more, lower usage rate, whatever.
Yep.
Do you think he thinks about that while he's watching this unfold?
I think he has to be thinking about that. I think you can move LeBron off the ball a little more. Let's put him in the post. Maybe sometimes spot up in the corner and allow D'Angelo and Reaves to play make, as we saw last night. They can make plays.
They can.
Obviously, D'Angelo showed he can pass. Reaves showed he could be a playmaker, and you can play a 3-man triangle with these guys, and that gives LeBron a little more rest throughout the course of the game when he's playing 35-plus minutes. He doesn't have to do everything for his team to win.
By the way, D'Lo had 12 assists, and Austin Reaves had a triple-double with 10 assists. So they can pass the basketball.
Absolutely.
They're not LeBron, but they can pass the basketball.
Not going to happen, though.
Not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. It's in his DNA. It's
right.
late.
I agree.
It's in the DNA.
Year 21?
You get out there, Skip. It's your body. Your clock is telling you can't do it.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing win. When you look at it, they've swept the Bucks this year without LeBron. Okay, they gone on the road. They beat them. We saw what they did at home against them. They took care of the Celtics, like you said. In AD, as I said before, everything's gonna go through him. I understand we tend to push it all toward LeBron because it's LeBron, but the Lakers not even offensively. Defensively with Anthony Davis. Even though Giannis was able to get his buckets, it's just his rim protection. Dude had 16 defensive rebounds. So that tells me right there's no second shot opportunities for Milwaukee in these situations.
Good point.
When you got 23 rebounds and 16 of them is on the defensive end, that's what you're doing. You got a couple steals. Mm-hmm. You have 4 blocks.
4 blocks.
And then that play at the end of regulation against Dame Lillard.
First overtime,
First overtime.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He made a great defensive play because he kind of stayed in between. He didn't leave Giannis too early, left him at the right time. Because if he'd have slid out underneath Dame, all Dame was going to do was lob it up to Giannis. Game over, set match.
Yep.
So they have the recipe for success. Can they move their eyes and the sight up? Meaning, can they look at the 6th seed and get there? Can they get there? Because this road trip, they can win the next 5 games and come out of this thing undefeated and back at home against Cleveland.
Yeah, I saw them 4-2 on this road, but once they won this game, they can possibly win. They can go undefeated on this trip.
Now you go undefeated on this trip, and in these 6 games that they playing, Phoenix is going to drop something. The Kings are going to drop something.
They are.
So you know what you have to do. Can they do it, though? Can they seize the moment, or are we going to tonight.
Yeah, starting tonight.
Okay,
Yep.
scratch our head tomorrow morning and say,
that's
man,
correct.
what the? Are we going to do that against the Grizzlies?
Exactly. All right. Before I rave about the Lakers, allow me to put this game in the biggest perspective, which is Damian Lillard perspective. I'm not the biggest Dame fan. I know it's Dame time. It was more damn time last night for Bucks fans because that was just horrendous. The reason this happened, the number one biggest reason this happened was that Damian Lillard shot 9 of 29 and he shot 3 of 14 from 3. If he doesn't do that, this was obviously the Bucks game to lose. They had them twice by 19. They had them early and late by 19. And if Dame does what he has often done, we're not even remotely having this conversation because it was real close with 8 minutes left in the game to Darvin Ham saying, okay, that's enough of this. I'm yanking my starters. Let's just wait for Memphis tomorrow night, as you thought would probably happen. Mm-hmm. And it looked like that was going to happen in the first quarter because they go up 19, right. And Dame did make a couple of shots. And then here we went. And if we get down to the 9-minute mark of the game, Dame made a pull-up 16-footer that gave them a 19-point lead. Lakers missed a 3, and I think we have this shot, but we come right back down, and Dame's got a 3, and if he hits this, they go up 22 with 8 minutes left. I don't think I don't know, just psychologically, once you get over the 20 mark with 8 minutes left, this is the Dame shot. He comes up and pulls up.
Yeah, he hits that, then you can pull your starters for the Lakers.
Yeah, that would be this is it right here, and it was a pretty good closeout, and it was close. Okay, so, and then here they come, and the Lakers end up going on a 26-7 run to close it out. And Anthony Davis makes 2 threes over that run, which I didn't see that coming. And I don't think anybody saw that coming. But the point is, Damian Lillard, this is just me. The big picture on Damian, I know this is the trade of the year, and this is make it or break it, and they went and got Doc. I don't know. I've never been sold. I know you got some issues here and there with different people, but I've never been sold on Damian as that guy. I'm just not sure. So we're about to find out because they've had their moments and it looked like they were starting to catch fire with Doc. And now this was a bad sign because that's on Dame. And it's in part on Giannis because in the second half, neither Dame or Giannis did very much. And if you can hold both of those guys, they almost played 50 minutes apiece. And if you can hold both of them to under 30 points over 50 minutes, you have a chance to win at Milwaukee. And the Lakers played some defense. And listen, Austin Reaves.
Austin Larry Bird Reaves?
Yeah, but listen, on the defensive end, he took Dame a lot, and he did a pretty good job of just bothering him, just nagging him, just irritating, just hanging with him. And I wanted to show a play that I thought set a tone for the game. It was a couple of minutes left in the first half. If we have the block, this is Austin Reaves on Dame. Austin Reaves on Dame, and that's pretty good defense. And I think it sent a message to Dame like this kid ain't just going to go away. I can't just abuse him all night long. And he bothered a lot of Dame shots all the way through. So he will, whatever he's got in him, he will give it to you. And Austin Reaves can also close for this team. And he, listen, over the 2 overtimes, he was the high scorer for the Lakers by far. He scored 9 points in the 2 overtimes. So he made a bunch of big shots. And then I got to credit the Lakers because would you believe that in the second half in the 2 overtimes, they made all 21 of their free throws, and they needed every last one of them. But Paul, if you go 21 to 21, they're called free throws for a reason. So it gives you a chance to hang with a team that clearly was superior to you last night.
Well, Lakers are always going to have a chance. They shoot the most free throws.
They do.
By far.
By far.
By far. It's not even close. I mean, so you got to factor that in. It's just the ball distribution with this team.
Yeah.
But like Keyshawn say, can they play this way with LeBron? That's the key. Because when you look at it, you just beat Milwaukee, and you're like, they got to be a championship contender. Oh, you throw LeBron with this team that just, they just beat Milwaukee where Anthony Davis goes for 34 and 23, and Austin Reaves looks like Larry Bird and Magic put together. You add LeBron to that, this team can win it. But then you look up and they're 10th seed, 9th seed.
Yep.
It's not, the math is not mathing.
No.
You know, so can they play this way? And can LeBron from the sideline, when he see these games, look and say,
No.
all right, this is what we have to do.
No.
This is what I have to do.
No.
For us to win.
It's in his DNA naturally. It's just that I know you want Austin Reaves to be the closer. Not going to happen with LeBron on the floor. He may get an opportunity if if it's the right play, the right pass for LeBron, but it's LeBron, man. They're not going. It's just one of those deals where that switch, whatever it is, scared, nervous, don't want to show him up because I'm smaller than him. Whatever that is, that kicks in, Skip, with LeBron James on the floor. The reason the Lakers and Anthony Davis was able to play the way he did last night, too, another note, he was out of foul trouble.
Yeah.
He had one foul.
Man, he has to be the guy.
You know,
he has to be the lead guy. If they're going to win another title, he has to be. I truly believe he has to be the lead guy.
Yes, that's true. But they shrink for whatever reason when LeBron comes on the floor. Whatever that is, whatever it is, as I said to you a long time ago, when Max Christie came in the game, this was the regular season months ago. He came in the game, Paul. He crossed half court. He could have drove to the beacon. He said, "Here, you take it." I was like, but that's what LeBron creates.
Yeah, he adds tension.
Not intentionally.
He adds tension.
Yeah.
And
No,
not
he does.
intentionally.
I understand.
What it is.
He adds tension to his teammates, definitely. I mean, he's not. I've heard teammates say it's tough to adjust to LeBron, to play with him. You know, it was tough for Wade and Bosh to play with him. It was tough for Kevin Love and these guys. But at the end of the day, you're not going to win with him. I'm not saying that. You're not going to win a championship without him, I mean.
Yeah, without him.
Without him. You're not going to win the championship without him. But there's an adjustment period, I think, at this age that he can make to make this team a lot better.
Okay. But on Anthony Davis, I agree with you. You saw like a nuclear warship last night. You saw a guy who's as dominant as any player in the league. But every other day we come in here and say, where was he last night? And then every third day we seem to come in here and say, well, he got banged up again. He's always banged up. Well, he got banged up last night. He actually banged knees last night, and they were treating his knee through the whole fourth quarter. And guess what? More and more, I see him sucking it up and saying, I'll just play through it. And he played a bunch. That's his career high, 50 minutes, right? Okay. So, Keyshawn, were you impressed? We've been down on him. You've been critical of him. We've all been critical of him. Lil Wayne wanted him traded early in the season, and it seemed to light a fire under AD.
But he's played. If you look at the course of the season without LeBron on the floor, he's played like this.
Yeah.
It's not that he can't do it. It's not that you down on him. You want more of him. You expect more of him. When you in guys that are paid high salaries, okay, can't count anybody else's money. But the reason you pay that type of money is because you are the alpha. You're the dog. You're the guy. In every sport. The reason they pay Paul Pierce what they paid him because he can knock down shots.
Yep.
And the reason that they pay AD what they pay him and extended him is because they believe in him. So when all of a sudden you look up and he gets hit in the nose and he's got to go out.
Yep.
Or he bangs knees and he goes out. Or he falls to the floor and he that's when people criticizes him.
Yep.
But he has the ability to be one of the top 5 players in the NBA by far, night in and night out.
Night in and night out.
If Giannis can do it, and the Joker can do it, how come he can't do it? And Embiid can do it when he's healthy. Why can't he do it?
I saw a player that could be the best player in the league.
Yeah, well,
I mean, because what he did offensively, but what he can do defensively. He can change the game on both ends. He rebounded at a high level. He can rebound like Giannis. Giannis had 20-plus rebounds, too. The only thing that's missing from his game is maybe his passing.
Yeah.
But everything else is there. And like I said, when you see a guy get 29, 21, and 11, Giannis, and wasn't the best player on the court, that's unheard of.
All right, let's look at the first big controversial play because it happened with 14 seconds left in regulation, and D'Lo drives it to his left. He's left-handed, obviously, and goes up, and it sure looked like he got fouled here, and they call nothing. They call nothing. and then the Bucks challenge and win the challenge about the ball going out of bounds, and they get the basketball. So there's no foul called, and they get the basketball.
I mean, you could have. It was a ticky-tack because he went straight up.
I don't
No,
know.
it looked like at the end,
I think
he came down with the hand.
I think he gets him with both hands.
He came down with
Both
the hand at the
hands.
end. He came down with the hand. I mean, at the end, it's hard to make a call like that, though. You got to leave it in the
Milwaukee.
Hand. In Milwaukee, you can't. The refs wouldn't get out of there alive.
Well, I couldn't help thinking about what Chris Paul called Tony Brothers, the TikToker,
And Tony
right?
called the game, right?
Well, he was the
ref
guy.
of the game.
Yeah, he was the guy. Was he
Right.
TikToking last night? I don't know. And then at the end of the game, this is regulation, Giannis got an alley-oop that I thought he was just going to lay it in, and it looked like he didn't quite come up with the handle on the basketball. This is the last play of regulation, and I thought the game's over when he got a hold of the ball and he just couldn't hang on.
Why
couldn't
does that?
control
Why
it.
does that happen, Paul?
Like, I just thought I thought he was going to dunk it.
I was going to dunk it,
Yeah.
too. When I saw it, I initially thought maybe he got fouled.
Trying to get cute.
I thought he got fouled initially when it happened so
I
fast.
thought he was trying to get cute and
No,
spin
but
it
if
back
you
up
look,
in the
no,
air.
but if you look,
Like
Anthony
it's warm-ups.
Davis kind of nudges him right there on the body.
Yeah, on the right.
So that could have been a foul right there.
Hit him with his
Look
right
at
elbow.
it, right there, nudged him. And that's the reason he falls. But still, Giannis is such a
got
great
two
finisher.
hands on it. Like, I just thought, in the air, when the alley-oop's in the air, I just thought, well, he's going to dunk
Maybe
it, and the
just
game's
thought
going to
he
be
was
over.
in the layup line or something pre-game.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he got nudged right there. So, I mean, easily could have been called a foul. But Giannis, you know, he got good hands. He's supposed to go up and dunk that.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't have much of a night, especially at a terrible second half.
Yeah.
All right, then let's go to Keyshawn's favorite moment. It's the end of the first overtime. Let's see the block where AD blocked Dame. Dame started to hesitate because he wasn't making his three ball, so then he drives it to his left, and I thought this was pretty much a bad idea by Dame.
He stayed long
until the
enough.
last second, and then he got it. And he said for a moment he thought it was going to be called a goaltend, but I did not. He got it on the way up.
See, games like this gives me confidence that the Celtics can get to the finals if they see the Bucks in the conference finals.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Because
now. They give no
But is it
contender.
something-
Skip's key. No real contender gives up a 19-point lead on their home court.
No.
It
Well, y'all
just
did it.
doesn't happen.
Well, that was at
I mean,
Atlanta.
it was one of the greatest teams of all time.
No, not y'all. Meaning the Celtics this year.
Yeah.
They did
I
it.
mean, they just gave up a 30-point lead at Atlanta, right?
What?
On the road.
On the road.
What?
So it was on the road.
On the road.
They also lost at home.
We was bored. We
To a Laker
we
team,
bored.
man. How you gonna be bored in
We
November?
beat teams by 20 every night.
You bored in November?
We beat teams. Who we lose to in November? Up 19.
No, I'm saying at home, y'all lost to a Laker team there. I don't know if it was in
that wasn't
November.
So
That wasn't
Paul,
November.
that last shot by Dame, can't you get a better shot than that? Because it's just like a bad idea. A running left-handed hook.
I'm shocked Dame didn't go to a step back.
Yeah, I know,
That's his
'cause that's
shot.
what he does.
That's his shot.
Yeah, but
just
he
drove
didn't
into
have
Anthony.
his stroke and his rhythm last night. So he just said, I guess I got to drive this and shoot a left-handed running hook. I thought it had no shot at all.
No.
All right. So then let's go to the shot of the night, the closer. Keyshawn says he can't be the closer, but the Austin Reaves makes
the
it
LeBron's
three.
team.
This
He
is
ain't letting him close.
38 seconds left in the game, in the second overtime, and he just said, "Give me the ball, and I got this. Give me the ball, and if you're going to give me this shot," and it was deep, it was 29 feet, and he rips it, and that's the first time they had the 3-point lead right there. And then they were able just to free throw him to death.
Even Milwaukee is like he with us. Look at them. They ain't even running out there. They just standing there.
I mean, he already got 26.
You know?
He already got 26.
But they not even trying to defend him.
Yep.
But no, Skip, he can shoot the ball well. He's gotten better each time you look at him. But it's LeBron's team.
Yep.
LeBron ain't getting ready to let them close.
Yeah, I understand.
It's not in his DNA.
All right, then the next play is Giannis gets fouled, and Giannis goes to the line. You could see LeBron on sidelines just like, oh, he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. And what did Giannis do? He was 1 of 4 from the free throw line at this point, and he winds up the game 1 of 6 with Clank a little short.
Back to the original Giannis.
And
He with us.
back iron.
He
Yep.
with us.
He was,
All right,
oh, no.
Giannis, 1 of 6 from the free throw line. Well, there it is. That's his Achilles heel or feel. And here came the Lakers, and I'll just show you I love them from the free throw line last night. Here are the last 4 free throws because they needed D'Lo and AD to hit these free throws. You just got to make them, and these are as clutch as you get. Boom, and then AD goes. These are big time because Beasley had hit a big 3 that suddenly gave them a little bit of life, and AD, to his credit, makes both of those. He's missed some of those in his career.
See, now I'm saying, like, when you see this, when I continue to see this, like, what do the Lakers need? What do the Lakers need?
They'll get Vanderbilt back probably.
And that would help. And one thing about Jared Vanderbilt, he doesn't have to be an offensive rotational guy where you don't have to really find him on the offense. All he needs to do is come in and play defense. So it'll help their defense a little bit if he can get 15 minutes on defense. All right? So you saw championship pieces all over the place.
They have everything they need.
Hey, Rui can play too.
They have everything
Rui
they
plays
need right
big.
there.
He plays strong.
They have all the ingredients.
But if what you're saying, Paul, is true, that LeBron needs to pull back some of the stuff a little bit, we ain't gonna be a championship team because that's not gonna happen.
Well, there you have it then.
It's not gonna happen.
It's
just not. It's already embedded in his DNA.
Okay, so are you already blaming LeBron for what's going to happen? You're saying they just can't. They're going nowhere with LeBron.
I'm not going to blame LeBron, nor am I going to say they're not going nowhere with LeBron, because we both know that's a lie.
Okay.
What I'm saying is Paul's recipe is for them to be successful, get to Denver, and get to Boston, since Boston's coming out of the East, and most likely Denver and the Lakers could play each other. It's going to be hard if you expect LeBron to just give up what he's done for
so you're saying
years.
his DNA will get in the way.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Absolutely. That's everybody, all great players, at the end of the day, they not deferring to certain people in certain times and situations. Okay? Michael Jordan shot the ball and pushed B. Russ. Okay. He wasn't giving it to no damn Scottie Pippen.
How did Peyton Manning win his last Super Bowl?
Well, that was a deep. He couldn't. He was a shell of himself.
Okay, but
but LeBron ain't a shell of himself.
Okay, all right.
That's the difference.
All right. Okay, up next, Key and I got to talk about this radical new NFL kickoff. Exciting or embarrassing? Next. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.